All right, Shalom, Shalom. I'd like to start off first and foremost by giving all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Chafadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles, great millstone, rule and teach well, and peace, love, and salutations to those pushing this work in truth and sincerity. This is your brother Nathaniel from GMS Camp Atlanta coming back at us to the Spirit with another lesson. I'm praying hope this lesson is edifying. Now, as you see, the woman here, who appears, in my opinion, appears to be an Edomite, but she could very well be a Jake. We don't know, but she appears, in my opinion, to be an Edomite. And what she says is showing that the wickedness of Esau is not how this wickedness, I can't say has started, but it's already been, infecting his own people as well as Jake. And now his people are starting to take notice that they're being affected, by the things that the wickedness that he's doing. But ultimately, that's the Lord. So I'm gonna start off with a quick precept. This is Ecclesiasticus 14:5. It says, "He that is evil to himself, to whom will he be good? He shall not take pleasure in his goods. There is none worse than he that envieth himself, or envieth himself, and this is the recompense of his wickedness." All right. So evileth himself, I believe that's what that says. So there's none worse than this person. So if this person would do wickedness to himself, which Esau does, right? Who will he do good to? All right. Who will he do good to? Now, contrary to that, I'm gonna grab another quick precept. Deuteronomy 30:7, and it says, "And I, the Lord, and the Lord, thy power will put all these curses upon thine enemies and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee." So still, as I said, these curses are coming back onto Esau, Edom. They're starting to hop off us and hop on Edom. Now we're still under the curses, but Edom is starting to feel it too. Okay, so it says that he's going to put all these curses upon them. Now, not too long ago, you would only hear things that's happening to this woman, happening to Jake. You wouldn't hear about anybody that looked like a white person, with this type of thing happening to. But it's happening, and it's happening in a great number. So I'm going to go ahead and play this video, and then we're going to come back.
Anybody heard about how my father was murdered with remdesivir? Has anybody heard about how the hospital called me and blamed me and my mom because we weren't vaccinated? That was the reason he died? Anybody heard about how they put my dad on palliative care and they never fed him and they starved him to death? And they only gave him one can of Ensure in 9 days? Anybody hear about that? Anybody hear about how they put my dad in bilateral restraints, restrained him against his will, and pumped him full of remdesivir against his and his family wishes? While they called me and blamed me and told me he was dying because I wouldn't take the vaccine? Has anyone heard this story? Anyone? You heard this story yet? You heard about how my dad was murdered in a worse way than people on death row? Do you hear me? People on death row are treated more humanely than my father. He wasn't able to use a goddamn phone. Are you listening to me? Everybody, people want me to act all nice about this shit, man. Fuck you! Fuck you! This shit is bullshit. They murdered my father. They injected him with poison. They lied to me. They blamed me.
See that? So you have this woman, you have this woman who's irate, I can contest that. I have a story like that myself. They did something like that to my wife's father when he went to the hospital for cancer. They put him on some medication that ate away his liver until he died. It wasn't even treating the cancer. So we know that they do things like that. But see, the thing is that when this shit happens to Jake, it's not a big deal, right? There's no outcry. There's nothing. But when it starts happening to Esau, now it's a big deal. Okay? Now it's a big deal. Let me grab another precept real quick. One second. All right. This is Nahum 3:1. Nahum 3:1. And it says, woe to the bloody city. It is full of lies and robbery, and the prey departeth not. Okay, this is a bloody city. You know, people are slain and killed here. This place is created just for profit. Life means nothing. But then when y'all Edomites are benefiting from this, right? It was okay. You know what I'm saying? It was cool. But now that it's happening to you all, you know, hey, it's an outcry. But that's the Lord putting these curses on y'all people. Now you could very well be a Jake, but nevertheless, you know, even if you are a Jake and this is happening to you, this is a whoever perished being innocent, you know. But we can clearly see that the curses are jumping off of us and hopping onto you all. This is Zechariah 1:15, and it says, I'm going to start at verse 14. It says, the great day of the Lord is near. It is near, and hasten greatly. Even the voice of the day of the Lord. The mighty men shall cry there bitterly. That day is a day of wrath, a day of trouble and distress, a day of wasteness and desolation, a day of darkness and gloominess, and a day of clouds and thick darkness. You see? So these days that are coming, you know what? This isn't Slakia. I'm tripping. I wanted Zechariah. Slakia. Zechariah 1:15. That was a good precept though, because you know that it's just leading up. This is leading up to the day of the Lord, you know. But this is Zechariah 1:15. It says, I am very sore displeased with the heathen that are at ease, for I was a little displeased, and they helped forward the affliction. You see that? So y'all helped forward the affliction and pushed it. Y'all were happy that Jake was going through the shit that Jake was going through, you know. And then, if I could say, if she is a Jake, this is a part of the curses that the Lord put upon us, that's being inflicted upon us by Esau Edom. So, I mean, you got it both ways. This applies to you whether or not you're a Jake or Edomite. Because if you're a Jake, it's happening to you. You know, if it's an Edomite, it's happening to you. But ultimately, who's doing the shit? It's Esau. He's the one who's doing it, right? Verse 16. Therefore, thus saith the Lord, I will return to Jerusalem with mercies. You know what? That was pretty much it on that. All right. So let's go to Galatians 6 and 7. So this is Galatians 6 and 7. It says, be not deceived, God is not mocked, for whatever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. So there's no escaping what the Lord has in store for you. When the Lord has it ready for you, there's no escaping it, okay? You're going to get it, okay? And there's no running from the judgment of the Lord, all right? So what did you sow into the earth? You sowed violence, okay? You sowed violence against thy brother Jacob, you know? And I'm going to get that real quick. This is Obadiah 1 and 10. I'll probably start at verse 9. Obadiah 1 and verse 9, it says, It says, "Oh, the mighty men," verse 9, it says, "And the mighty men of Teman shall be dismayed to the end that every one of the mount of Esau may be cut off by slaughter. For the violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever." You see? So you were very violent and very wicked and very evil to the children of Israel. So now, shame to cover you and violence, and you're going to be cut off forever. But you're going to get treated with the same violence that was done onto you. Okay? Whatever a man soweth, that he shall reap. So when you see, Edomites out here, that look like this,
Anybody heard?
angry, upset, mad. Hey, that's how Jake is right now. That's Jake all day. Now again, she could be an Edomite, but to me, she has a spirit. I mean, she could be a Jake, but to me, she has a spirit of an Edomite on her. That's just me. But as I said, and I said it before, and I'll say it again, you're gonna get Edomites are gonna get your comeuppance. The Lord is going to reward you as you have rewarded us, and you're starting to see it. Okay, the same system that you were cool with when it was devastating Jake is now devastating you. The Lord is bringing that recompense right back onto your own head. All right, and it's going to get worse for you all as time progresses. So with that, I pray this is an edifying lesson. We lit off by giving all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Kadash. Double honor to the elders, the apostle, great millstone. Until next time, I can say shalom.